Hello, how are you all? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm sitting here trying to find me so I can sprinkle the love a little bit. Hopefully you're having a good Tuesday. Have to stop and think what day it was. I'm like, I don't know what day it is. Okay, there we go. All right. So, well, let me just click off of it. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Hopefully you're doing good. We're going to be working on this let me zoom out just a little bit here. I think I need to align my camera a little bit. There we go. And then this is my name is Amanda, Simply Flamazing Art. For those that are new to me, welcome. I am this is based off the rule of 100 hours, which says if you do something for 18 minutes a day, you'll be 95% better than anyone in your field. I say if we do something for 20 minutes a day, we'll be 95% better than when we started. So this is Paint With Me for 20 minutes. So grab some paints, grab something to paint on, and come join me. Today, I am doing something that is Outer Banks inspired. So the TV show Outer Banks, it's for a paint party coming up for a birthday party. So let's get started. And you'll actually see, I don't know if you can see, this canvas was a canvas I started to trace and realized I didn't realize that the canvas was crooked, so I couldn't use it. So anyway, I am going to repurpose this. Hopefully we won't be able to see through it for this painting. Anyway, I'm going to get us started in just a second. I do need to open a couple bottles of paint because I need some colors that I didn't have down here opened. So, how are you all on this Tuesday? Tell me if you're having a good day. Hopefully everyone is having a good day. I've been working this morning. It's been a busy day. My goal today in this 20 minutes is to get the background done. And I had burlap twice. Okay. Just gonna open up a few of these that I need open. I might have primary yellow down here already. No, I have cad yellow. I tell you what. Oh, I picked up the wrong one. That's not the right yellow. Anyway, that I want to have. Oh, like that looked too light. I'll just use cad yellow. It's fine. Even though that's almost empty. Golden yellow. Okay. We will go with the cad yellow. That's going to be saffron yellow. I got too many different yellows. I picked up moon yellow instead of primary yellow. Going for a walk. Oh, yay. So take your time. Anyway. All right. So that's funny. Take your time. We're going to get started. Hey, Paula, we're doing an Outer Banks inspired painting today. I want to get the sand in first, then we'll build in the water, then we'll build in the sky. So we're going to go in that order because I'm going to go ahead and get us turned down and grab my paintbrush here. Where's my big paintbrush? Where did you go? Oh, you're hiding. Okay, there you are. It had slid underneath there. My paintbrush is a little hard. We'll get in our. One of the things I want is on this beach. So the beach is going to take up a good portion of our land, okay, or of our canvas, because I've got a Volkswagen. I'm gonna put a Volkswagen van on this beach. So I need beach. So we're going to just put down some of this tan color. And if you want to put in a little white, we can add a little white. Hey, Dee, how are you? You can add a little white. You can add a little brown. You can, you want it to not all be the same color, right? So we're going to add a little bit of this, and we're going to come back and we're going to add a little bit of the darker brown in there. Just want to make sure I'm covering up this V. I really don't want to see that through all of the layers of whatever. So I'm going to put the Volkswagen van on here. Kind of like the 60s, 70s style one, We're going to do that. And we're going to, anyway, we're going to have that. She said something about possibly like a lighthouse. I'm trying to figure out how to get that on here. We'll see. It might be a little too much. I'm almost thinking maybe if I did, the problem is I think I'm going to lose a little bit of my ocean, maybe a little too much of my ocean, but like if I did a angle, right? So more like the edge of the beach be more angled, like so, maybe. Right? So instead of having it like square this away, have it more like that, and then have my like a smaller lighthouse out here. I don't know. That might be an option. So we're going to start with that. That might not work for what I want, but I feel like I need this needs to scream Outerbanks, the TV show. Yeah, or maybe that would be good, like have it like out here, or maybe that's what I should have done out here, maybe like a little inlet and have the lighthouse sitting on the inlet. Maybe that's what I'll do. I mean, it's paint. I can paint over it, right? Let's think about that. I'm going to go ahead and just do this because I want these lines covered up anyway. So I may have to make a couple of passes to get that. Yes, the sun is shining. It's cold, but the sun is shining. It's a little cooler here today, too. I hung a hanging basket today of flowers. It made me feel so good. I might post them later for you to see them. I got my house decorated for spring over the weekend. It felt so good to like finally like got Christmas put away. Don't judge, y'all. Don't judge. It was nice to just have it all put away. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this back down to here. And then do like you were saying, like kind of have like a little inlet and put a smaller lighthouse like up in this corner maybe. Have my van over here. Have some seagrasses and stuff like that maybe. I don't know. So, but it felt so good to just like be done with all that. All right, so I'm going to we're going to put our ocean in, and then we're going to put our sky in. Now, the ocean's not going to be very thick, okay? It's not going to be like way up here. It's going to be like here because we're more like on the ground, and then the sky is going to come in because I need the room for that lighthouse, right? So we're just going to bring this color in like right there. It's okay if this line is not 100% horizontal, okay? It's okay because, you know, the ocean comes in and out different areas, right? So that's fine. And in fact, we can even like maybe angle it a little bit that way to know that you're kind of like sitting out here, and then there's going to be this little bit of land that's back over here, maybe, right? So maybe something like that, kind of. We'll see. We'll see what we like. Nothing is not changeable, right? So we can change this as many times as Sunday until we decide what we like. And then I'm going to just kind of come across right here. And then that's going to be my sky. That might be a little bit high. We might want to pull that down a little bit, but we'll see. We'll play with that. That might have been a little thick. I might have gone up a little higher than I wanted to go up. Maybe like right here is the, I got something on my brush. Maybe like more right here is better. This is the line right here that needs to be horizontal, right? It should not be at an angle. It should not be up and down. It should be as straight and as level as it can be. And so now if you're like, if you're talking about ocean and there's no land on the other side, if there's land on the other side, it can be any shape you want it to be, right? But if this is like looking out and it's just ocean extending, that line needs to be as horizontal as possible and as level as possible, because ocean doesn't sit like this, right? It sits like that, right? When you look out in the distance. So we're going to put this color down, and then we're going to bring in another color here in a minute. And so we kind of got this little like inlet here, right? Maybe. We'll see if we like that. If not, I'll paint over that part. I'm just kind of thinking, you know, down there they have all these little inlets and all these little areas that you can drive a vehicle out on. But sometimes that area also has like little areas where the water comes up, and then there's another little sandy area and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm thinking about down there in those Outer Banks area. Anyway, at least this makes you think of warm, right? So let's bring in another darker blue color here. And actually, the water in the Outer Banks. Who's been to the Outer Banks? Anybody on the call been to the Outer Banks? Actually is not this color. Whoops, I didn't want to go up that high. I want to go here. It's really not this color, right? This is more like tropical color. to get true Outer Banks. I probably should have done a little more on the little grayer side, right? Because they don't have this color ocean there. It's more of a gray blue. But that's okay. We'll do it like that, and we'll bring the blue a little further down. I was looking to see if I had another color here that I could incorporate in, but I don't. So that's all right. No. No. Oh, that could be an interesting color, but it's really not that color either. We'll just go with what we got here. It'll be fine. Okay. So we got that in there. I'm going to add a little bit of brown. Come in here and just kind of I may change my mind completely. I'm going to put a little bit of this tan color and a little bit of this brown on my brush. And then we're just going to like, whoops, it's getting blue down. I don't want blue. We're just going to make some marks in our sand. I'm still getting blue. I really don't want blue. Get the blue out. Somehow I managed to, I guess when I picked up this, pick up a little blue because I had gotten the blue out. We just want to create some interest in our sand, right? So I really don't care how it's all coming down. If it gets too much, I'll just take the lighter and go over top of it and create it a little bit smoother. I'm going to create a little darker where the water is. And then when we put the waves coming up, we'll have that dark under there. I have to remember these are 13-year-olds painting this. I mean, the birthday girl is 13. I don't know who all will paint, but you know, I'm assuming it'll be you know, other maybe 13-year-olds, maybe 12-year-olds, maybe some 11 or, you know, 14-year-olds, depending on her friends, etc. So we just want some interest. It doesn't really matter. We don't really care. We just don't want it all to be one color, right? That's the whole purpose is for it not to all be one color. Okay. And then we're going to put the van here. And then we're going to have maybe something over here. We don't know yet. And we know we want some right there. This up here is going to be really light because it's far away. So I don't want that dark in there, okay? I want it to be light. And this is just going to be like, kind of like something like this. Maybe not quite that high up. Maybe I'll take out like, maybe it's just like there. Like right there. Oh no. Y'all tell me. Does this make any sense? Maybe. We'll figure out. We'll put the lighthouse on it, and then we'll take out the land we don't want. I probably should have done more of like that and not gone up on that hill, come to think of it. Probably would have been better. But we'll see. That's over in the background. Worst case scenario, we paint over it. So I'm going to grab some yellows now from my sky. And we're going to have some blues. We're going to have some yellows, I think. I kind of thought about doing like a, and I still may do, let's get the sky in first, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Now, one thing about when you're doing ocean, again, extremely horizontal, extremely level. Remember, you can cut anything off anywhere you want to. It doesn't matter. Paint over whatever you don't want. The skyline is the lightest point at your horizon. The sky is the lightest point. So you want really light. The ocean is the darkest at the horizon line. So you want that to be extremely light. You can hear the waves. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear the waves. And then we're just going to come in and we're going to take this out right here. That's going to become sky. It doesn't have to be the lightest at that point, because at this point the land cuts the sea, right? So it doesn't have to be the lightest. That's my 20 minutes. But I'm gonna, because I got this blue here, we're gonna finish up the sky and then we're gonna call it a day. And I will be live tomorrow with you. I think. I don't think I have anything tomorrow that'll keep me from being live at noon. And then Friday I won't be live with y'all. Friday I do have to be in the office I have to meet for lunch and then go into the office for a little while, which will be fun, but I won't be with you all on Friday, so this week. You want to vary that sky color. Another trick when you do sky is always paint it at an angle. Paint it at an angle. Do not paint it like straight across like this or up and down. Go at an angle. And if you flip your wrist just a teeny bit, you'll get nice little clouds, especially if you vary the blue and white. We got to pick the day or time that we want this to be in. And I'm thinking I want this to be kind of in like the sunset. So we're going to put a little bit of color in the sky. But of course, obviously you have to be careful because blue and yellow make what color? I know y'all know this. And that color you don't see in the sky, right? So you kind of have to put one color in and then you go on top. Unless you don't mind it blending, which sometimes you can get away with the red, right? Because it just makes the purple or, you know, the pinks, you can get away with it because it just kind of gives like a darker bluey purple. But the yellows you really can't get away with because then you're going to create some color you don't necessarily want to see in your sky. So I just do really quick back and forth strokes, kind of at an angle, and I kind of just flip my wrist. Now, before we're done, hi Lisa, how are you? Before we're done, I'm going to add just a little white and just come in and touch around with a little white. Make some big kind of like little clouds. They're like hanging out. See how going at that angle? It creates the movement. So you've already like, you don't have to work so hard at creating these clouds or to give that effect like those clouds are moving. If you just go at that angle, 90% of your work has already been done for you. Okay. So we'll worry about putting in the rest of our ocean tomorrow. We'll put in our ocean. The only thing I do want to do is I'm going to clean this white out of my brush because I already have this dark blue down. I'm going to firm up. Remember I told you about the horizon line on the ocean. It's the darkest. I'm going to come in and I want to firm up that line. Again, as horizontal and as straight as you can make it. You make that. Obviously, I didn't get out a ruler or T-square. You know, I mean, I eyeballed it. Eyeballing it's good enough. Like, as long as when you look at it, it looks pretty straight. It looks pretty square. You're good. Pretty level. Just going to work a little more blue in. The Atlantic Ocean is not your tropical weather, right? And this is the Outer Banks. So it's not your, it's not going to have that. In fact, this is still a little too tropical. That's okay. But I think we're done for today. So we got that much done. And for the most part, I can see a few little lines, but I'm going to wait and see what goes where, and then determine if I need to come in with another color or something and wipe those lines out. I feel like nothing will be right here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and firm this up. Again, this is kind of sitting out there, so it's going to be a little less vague out there because that's going to give us our depth, right? So but that's done for now, and tomorrow I'll get the van drawn on, probably and we'll work on that, and we'll work on putting some color in our sky. Anyway, but thank you for joining me today. For actually a little more than 20 minutes of Paint With Me, but I really wanted to get to this point done in our Outer Banks inspired painting, and we will continue to add to it. Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.